Spider-Man is one of the greatest superheroes of all time. He has some of the best movies, shows, video games, and of course comics. But after 60 years of publishing, Spidey has racked up some of the highest highs but also some seriously low lows, which is what we'll be discussing today. These are the 3 worst Spider-Man comics that simply should not exist. In third place is The Clone Saga, written by way too many people. This is without a doubt one of the most egregious examples of what happens when corporate greed becomes more important than telling a good story. It followed up on the 70s Clone Saga, bringing Peter's clone back and sparking chaos over who the real Spider-Man was. Now listen, the story isn't without merit, as people still love characters like Ben Reilly aka Peter's clone. However, since the story sold super well, Marvel decided to milk it to death, prolonging it by 2 additional years. It was filled with strange and divisive reveals and lots of cop-outs, like this back and forth between who was the real Peter, which angered fans finding out that the Spidey they'd been following for years was actually a fake. You can clearly see that the writers couldn't decide where to take things after a while, resulting in endless fake-outs from Aunt May's supposed death to Peter's baby disappearing. The lack of direction and unnecessary runtime is what makes this comic so infamous. But still not as infamous as second place, One More Day by J. Michael Straczynski and Joe Quesada. As far as art and actual writing goes, it's not horrible or anything. Outside of some minor plot holes and confusing retcons, the main reason it's hated is because of the effects it had on Spider-Man comics for the next 20 years. In One More Day, Spidey is desperately searching for some way to help Aunt May after she's been shot by one of Kingpin's goons. After finding no one that can help, he ends up making a deal with Mephisto to erase his marriage for Aunt May to be resurrected, which he agrees to. The ending started a trend of Spider-Man runs constantly resetting Peter and refusing to let him grow like he did in the prior 40 years. Spider-Man and MJ were Marvel's Superman and Lois. Erasing that regressed and stagnated Peter's character. That's why fans love books like the new Ultimate Spider-Man. It finally lets Peter grow up. The main culprit for this disaster is Marvel editorial, who thought that a mature Spider-Man was a bad thing and that he needed to be kept young, single, and broke. Before we go to number 1, I just want to give an honorable mention to Sin's Past, which was very strange. I already spoke about it in this video, which you should totally check out. Another honorable mention is that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, and considering how fans of the video you are, I'm sure you'd like more awesome content like this. In first place, what is the most recent run as of recording is Zeb Wells' ASM. Guys, you know a comic is truly bad when Marvel warns the writer to not show their face at Comic-Con. If One More Day is a seed, then Zeb Wells' ASM is the tree and exemplifies all the worries established in number 2. Here is a list of what I would consider to be the worst parts of it. Number 1. The previous Spider-Man run set up Peter and MJ to get married again, but this one immediately starts with MJ hating Peter. On top of that, she also has 2 kids with some other guy. There's even a whole dragged out mystery surrounding why. Number 2. The man who stole MJ, Paul. He is the embodiment of the writers not wanting Peter to have a happy marriage. There's a plethora of memes and videos that have gone over just how evil he is. Just Google Spider-Man Paul memes. Did you get that? Spider-Man Paul memes. Trust me, you'll get a good chuckle out of it. Number 3. Lots of people, especially Spidey, act irrational and out of character. Number 4. Ms. Marvel is introduced as a side character purely so they can kill her and retcon her to be a mutant for the sake of brand synergy. Number 5. Just about everything after Ms. Marvel's death was just a bunch of boring, slow, and random ideas that were thrown at the wall and none of them stuck. All in all, take it from me guys. I read this as it came out, and this is the reason I haven't read the main Spider-Man comics for 2 years. But thankfully, these aren't the only Spidey comics, and the number of good ones outnumber the bad ones. There are loads of great options to pick from, but if you ever want to read a Spidey comic, please don't pick these ones. That's all for today, folks. Tell me in the comments which ones you hated the most, or maybe even which you thought were kinda good. While you're there, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.